welcome to our new episode of Grateful Kids Storytime. Today's story is dedicated to Luke and Lexi Heath, and today's characters will share their name. Our shoutouts this week go out to Haven and Indy, siblings Charlie, Callie, and Remy, Reed and his sister Tatum, and last but not least, the virtue of honesty, who is the star of today's show. And so, without further ado, I present to you Sleep, Dance, Karate. In the small town of Willow Creek, there lived a sister and brother who were as different as peanut butter and pickles, which, by the way, Luke once tried together and declared exquisite. Lexi, the older sister, was the town's softball superstar. She could hit home runs so far that birds had to duck. People said she had rocket-powered arms, which was only kind of true, considering she once threw a ball so hard it landed in Mrs. Thompson's spaghetti. That was not a good day. Luke, on the other hand, was a dancing tornado. He didn't walk. He shimmied, moonwalked, and cartwheeled everywhere. His moves were so unpredictable that their dog Pickles had developed the reflexes of a ninja just to avoid being accidentally disco kicked. One sunny Saturday, something very important happened. Lexi had just won the Golden Glove Trophy, the biggest softball award in Willow Creek history. The trophy was enormous, shiny, and so golden that Luke tried to see his reflection in it and ended up headbutting it. "Luke, be careful! This is my greatest achievement," Lexi said, cradling the trophy like it was a baby panda. "I just wanted to see if my hair looked cool in it," Luke said, still dizzy from the headbutt. That night, Lexi placed the trophy on the highest shelf in their shared playroom, right next to her collection of championship medals and Luke's collection of glow-in-the-dark shoelaces. He had 37 pairs, because you never know when you'll need emergency glow power. Luke was busy playing his favorite video game, Dance Dance Apocalypse, breakdancing zombies. He was currently ranked 437th in the world and was too busy to even notice Lexi enter the room. He was so close to becoming ranked 436th, he danced until his dad came in and forced him to bed. When Lexi woke up the next morning, she decided she would go and polish her trophy for the 11th time since bringing it home last night, just in case it had gotten dusty from Luke's dance moves. But when she entered the room, she was horrified. The trophy was gone. "Luke!" she bellowed so loudly that even the squirrels outside dropped their acorns in fear. Luke burst into the room, tap dancing in his pajamas. "What? Why are you yelling? Is it because I'm too handsome this morning?" "No, because my trophy is missing," Lexi pointed at the empty shelf. Luke gasped and immediately did 3 backflips of distress. "This is a mystery, a crime, a catastrophe, a tragedy." "Or," Lexi said, crossing her arms, "you took it." Luke gasped so hard that he inhaled an entire dust bunny. "Me? Lexi, I would never. I'm an honorable little brother." Lexi narrowed her eyes. "Then explain why there's a trail of sparkly shoelaces leading from this shelf to your room." Luke's eyes widened. He turned very slowly to see the line of glow-in-the-dark shoelaces snaking from the empty shelf straight into his room. "Okay," Luke said, sweating. "This looks bad." "Luke," Lexi said, "just tell me the truth." "I'm telling the truth," Luke declared, spinning in circles dramatically. "I did not take your trophy." "Then how did your shoelaces get all over the place?" "I don't know. Maybe a raccoon broke in, stole the trophy, and got tangled in my shoelaces." Lexi gave him a look. "Fine," Luke sighed. "Maybe I was dancing in here last night, and maybe I did a new move called the hurricane handstand, and maybe I knocked into the shelf accidentally, but I didn't take the trophy." Lexi studied her little brother's face. He looked guilty about knocking the shelf, but honest about not taking the trophy. "All right," she said. "Then we have to solve the mystery." Luke clapped. Oh, let's interrogate Pickles." Pickles, who had been chewing on one of Luke's shoelaces, gave them both a look that said, "Do I look like I have opposable thumbs?" "Not Pickles," Lexi said. "Let's search the house." So they began the great trophy hunt. They checked the fridge, where they found an old slice of pizza that Luke declared probably still good. They checked under the couch, where they found 27 missing socks and 1 mysterious peanut butter sandwich. They even checked inside Luke's pillowcase, where they found 3 rubber chickens, 2 banana peels, and a half-eaten bag of marshmallows, but no trophy. Lexi flopped into the couch. "Ugh, this is hopeless." Luke plopped down next to her. "You don't believe me, do you?" Lexi sighed. "I don't want to think you took it, Luke, but the shoelaces, the dancing, the fact that you were in the playroom last night, it all just seems so suspicious." Luke frowned and swung his leg back and forth. I get why you'd think that, but Lexi, you have to believe me. If I took it, I promise I'd tell you. Lexi sat up straighter. Really? You promise? Luke nodded solemnly. Cross my heart, hope to trip over my own feet. Oh wait, I already did that this morning. Lexi thought about this for a moment. Luke, she said, why is honesty so important? Luke blinked. Because if you don't tell the truth, people won't trust you. Exactly, Lexi said. And right now, I want to believe you, but if you're lying, even just a little bit, how can I trust you next time? Luke frowned. So, if I told little lies all the time, you wouldn't believe me when I told the truth about something really important. Right, Lexi said. That's why telling the truth every time matters. Luke flopped backwards onto the couch. But what if the truth gets you in trouble? Lexi laid back too, staring at the ceiling. It might, but you know what? It's still better than lying, because if you lie, you get into even more trouble when the truth comes out. Luke thought for a long moment. Then he sat up. Okay, I did knock into the shelf, and I did make the trophy wobble, but I swear, Lexi, it didn't fall. It was still up there when I went to bed. Lexi studied his face again. There was no squirming, no nervous giggles, just her little brother, being completely honest. I believe you, she finally said. Luke let out a relief breath. Phew! Because if you didn't, I was going to have to write a long, dramatic speech about my innocence, and that takes time. Lexi laughed. Okay, but we still have a problem. If you didn't take it, and Pickles didn't take it, then who did? Luke's eyes widened. Wait a minute. What if the trophy was never stolen? What if it just grew legs and walked away? Lexi groaned. Luke. Fine. But let's think. Who else was in the house last night? They both froze. Mom and Dad, they yelled in unison. The two of them sprinted to the kitchen, where their parents were peacefully drinking coffee. Mom, Dad, did you see my trophy? Lexi asked. Their parents exchanged a look. Well, Mom said, suddenly very interested in stirring her coffee. Mom, Lexi said, crossing her arms, do you know where it is? Dad cleared his throat. Lexi, honey, we may have accidentally moved the trophy last night. What? Why? Mom sighed. Well, we got up for a midnight snack, and we saw Luke sleep dancing again. Luke gasped. I sleep danced? Yes, Dad said. You were doing some kind of cha-cha with the bookshelf, and while you were spinning, you may have kicked the trophy across the room, Mom finished. Luke looked horrified. Was it a good cha-cha? That's not the point, Lexi yelled. Where is my trophy? Mom pointed to the freezer. Lexi's mouth fell open. You put my trophy in the freezer? Well, Dad said, we panicked. We thought we'd wake you if we put it back on the shelf, and the freezer seemed like a safe spot. Lexi yanked open the freezer, and sure enough, there, nestled between the frozen peas and a tub of ice cream, was her Golden Glove trophy. Lexi groaned. This is ridiculous. Luke was staring at the trophy in awe. Okay, but does it taste like ice cream now? No, Luke. Only one way to find out. Luke, do not lick my trophy. Luke pouted. Fine. Lexi sighed. But then she started laughing. You know what? This is actually kind of hilarious. Luke grinned. Does this mean I'm innocent? I told you I didn't take it. Okay, Lexi admitted. You didn't steal it, but you did sleep dance karate kick it across the room. Luke struck a dramatic pose. What can I say? The rhythm lives in me. Mom ruffled his hair. And that's why we're getting you dance lessons. Lexi hugged her trophy. Well, at least it's safe now. Luke smirked. So, if you're happy again, can I have some ice cream? Lexi rolled her eyes. Only if you promise to always tell the truth, even if it's about who farted? Yes, even then. Luke thought for a moment. Then he sighed. Okay, I promise. And with that, the case of the missing trophy was officially solved. The next morning, Lexi woke up to find her softball bat in the dishwasher. Luke! And let's just say Luke's sleep dancing nights were far from over. The end. If you enjoyed our show, don't forget to follow or leave a comment, as we would love to know what you think. If you would like to be featured in one of our episodes or want a shout out, you can email gratefulkidsstorytime@gmail.com and ask. Until next time, everyone, stay grateful.